Now to another developing story on the brink of war. Panic and fear tonight as explosions rock Gaza and Israel. 3 rockets setting off air raid sirens in Tel Aviv. The sound sending panicked residents running for cover. And you can see smoke coming from explosions in Gaza City. The Israeli military says its aircraft have hit more than 350 targets since the beginning of its operation. Meanwhile, protests erupt outside the Israeli consulate on the east side of Manhattan. This is the NYPD steps up security around Israeli government offices and synagogues. Jim Dolan is in Times Square with more. Jim?
Yesterday, Palestinian protesters marched here to Times Square this evening. Israeli protesters here at this hour holding a prayer service for the victims of the escalating violence there. The two sides, of course, worlds apart, but with this much in common, they are so worried about the safety of friends and relatives back home. On one side of 2nd Avenue tonight,
Palestine will never die.
And on the other, two groups, 2 protests in New York over a vexing problem half a world away. Hundreds of rockets rained down on Israel today, sending people to the ground for safety. At least 3 Israelis were killed, and in Gaza, a dozen Palestinians killed by Israeli rocket fire, including an 11-month-old baby. What did my son do to die like this, his father asks, as the Israeli military prepares for an even greater offensive.
Israel has made it clear that it will not tolerate rocket and missile attacks on its civilians. Israel is prepared to take whatever action is necessary to defend our people.
The Obama administration came down squarely on the side of Israel today, saying Hamas started it, Hamas can end it.
We all want to see a de-escalation of the violence and that the onus rests squarely on Hamas.
Not another nickel, not another dime, no more money for Israel's crime.
But back here in New York, people with family and friends on both sides of the divide back home worried about where this is going.
It's really, truly heartbreaking what's going on there. They can't go to school, they're in bomb shelters, they're scared. This isn't just news to us. This is people we know. This is people we really care about.
Once again, Israel is committing massacres to my people over and over again, in the eyes of the entire world, and the world is watching.
So what's next? Well, some Israeli TV stations are reporting tonight that a ground war, a ground offensive, could begin as early as Friday, but the Israeli military says no decision has yet been made on that. It is daylight in Israel now. So far, no word of a ground offensive beginning. Reporting live from Times Square, Jim Dolan, Channel 7 Eyewitness News.
Jim, thank you. And be sure